la 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 la. Perhaps, perhaps. La 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 la. Judd, you're from Brooklyn. Do you know that Brooklyn's by the water? Yeah. Most people don't know that. There's something called Sheepshead Bay. It's by Brighton Beach. And there's a beautiful cafe right by the bay. This is Bay Cafe, Sheepshead Bay, Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, New York. To highlight an example of what it takes to run this kind of setting, chef here is presenting a salad with peach in it, very summery menu, but there's something special called burrata. Burrata is a house-made mozzarella curd cheese drawn and then filled with a ricotta or a cream. This is something beautiful. This takes a ton of prep and work, and there's a reason why we're here to highlight this place today. This is a beautiful, rich Mediterranean creamy burrata. If you're gonna show it off in your place and you make it yourself, it's going to be real shiny. But to pair it specifically as a fresh, creamy, savory sweet with the peach in the summer is perfect. This is a full expression of us being outside in the sun and enjoying refreshment. You feel refreshed?
We feel refreshed.
These are called Panda Queso on the menu here. These are gluten free, kosher for Pesach. This is made out of something called cassava. So it is a flour, it's a sticky flour, stick it with cheese, tomato sauce it up. What's so special about this is that since it's cassava, it's not a gluten-based snack. It's a puffy snack, but the chew is bouncy cheese and bouncy cassava. So imagine the best kind of crispity, crunchity chew on a mozz stick, but gluten-free and way different. Judd was very excited to see a Maryland crab cake, which is a definitively state dish that is also definitively not a kosher dish, but in the world that we live in now, can be created using surimi, fake crab, whatever it is. And again, if the lemon's there, it's meant to be squozed. And then tartar it up. These are rules. I very much love that because there's a sweetness there, right? And it's kind of seafoody-esque, yes. But what truly there is a representation of the neighborhood. Every flavor that was just defined through that dish, from the creaminess and the dilly texture to that wonderful tartary sauce, fully tells you that we're playing with Russian and Russian Eastern European flavors and promises. We like to blow smoke before we eat. It makes us hungry. This is a planked salmon. It's a wonderful, wonderful technique to imbue smoky flavor. It gets served beautifully with the smoke and the cloche, but I'm also really enjoying the experience of where I'm sitting. The setting is just as important as the service and the flavor. And planked salmon in a beautiful setting wins any day. There's such a sweet, definitively smoky flavor in the way it's served with that whirling smoke, and then on the bite, you get a hint of the smoke right through kind of the skin. It's where that fat meets, and that's where that flavor collects. And it is delicious. I got the spinach for Judd, but I got the mashed potatoes for myself. And one of the things that helps make mashed potatoes stand out is 19 pounds of butter. And I'm telling you, these are the creamiest, butteriest, perfect kind of texturally, little chunkiest mashed potatoes I've had in a very long time. Pastas are a bountiful element to a menu. Who doesn't love to chow and house a pasta? What's even more exciting is when that pasta is house-made. It's a tomato pasta, so the pasta itself is tomato red, but then a special extra ingredient, cured egg yolk. Imagine a Parmesan made out of egg yolk. Pasta pomodoro. The pasta itself is a texture that's so fine with a very just slightly bright flavor. And then it gets imbued with the easy additions of things like a micro basil, a sun-dried tomato, but that olive oil is wonderful because the flavor is supposed to be olive oil carrying everything else, and that bright hit of that wonderful egg Parmesan cured egg yolk flavor. Most importantly is the standout addition of the garlic to the oil at the right time, where the garlic is not necessarily crispy. It's not a toasted garlic flavor. It's a bright garlic flavor, and that's so necessary to go and combine with the olive oil in that pasta. Do you want a spot that's chef-driven? Do you want a spot with an obsessive cheese-making, dough-baking, pasta cranking chef owning a couple other places and just doing it right? That's why you come here. This is Bay Cafe, Brighton Beach, Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, New York. Oh,